So Bat Family, it seems that it's literally my luck that when I post a Batwoman video, even going over how it is low-key been picked up for a full series order, the next day they announce a Batwoman teaser, official teaser, and that has been picked up for a full series. I mean, come on. No, but really, guys, as you probably have already seen, maybe even before the beginning of this video, a couple of days ago, they released a Batwoman teaser. Now, yes, it is quite literally just, hey, we've been picked up, we are coming soon, and it's just a cool, you know, it does actually look pretty cool, like what they did shoot for that. It's a very kind of cinematic shot. We got the bat signal there, and then we've got Batwoman looking really cool, and then looking into the camera. But other than that, it is not really intended to be anything else than, by the way, please don't forget about us. We are coming. Another CW show is coming. Another Vigilante is coming. So as a result, guys, obviously I can't break that down. But what I did want to do for the occasion is that I went to my community tab and I said, do you guys have any questions about Batwoman in general? And you guys actually submitted quite a few questions. So in this video, guys, I'm going to go over all of your top questions that you wanted to know about the Batwoman series. I did go over the characters and the villain breakdown in my video the other day. So if you did miss out on my Batwoman video that I uploaded the other day, definitely check it out in the cards above. It should be appearing right there, and then maybe come back to this video to maybe get answers to some other questions that you may have. But before we dive into all those questions, guys, if you do go on to enjoy this video, go ahead and like it. It really does show your support for the channel, and I know everyone says that, but really, I really do appreciate it. Every single like you guys give on the video, and go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you do want to stay up to date with all things Batwoman related. Before I answer that first question, in terms of that trailer, as I already mentioned, it has a big cape. A lot of people were taking the mickey out of that, and I don't blame them, to be honest. I mean, I get why they did it, because it does look cool in the sense of how long and flowing in the air of the breeze that cape is, and it just looks cinematic as they're approaching Batwoman from under the cape, and then they go from the side shot to her face. But if any of you are wondering, the cape isn't that long. Like, I mean, really think about it. Look how long that cape is in theory from how far it goes back from where Batwoman is standing. I mean, I'm probably showing a picture on the screen right now of her in the Elseworlds crossover. The cape will be that long. It's not that long. Question number 1 is from Dimitri Contouris. Sorry if I butchered your name, and in advance for anyone else. Are you worried that the show will have the Supergirl treatment, with the writers trying to convince us that Batwoman is better than Batman like they do with Superman? I'd really hate that. Personally, I haven't seen Supergirl for the longest time. I only keep up with the Flash and Arrow and Legends mainly. So I don't really know proper examples where Supergirl you know, try and convince the audience that she's better than Superman. I mean, maybe you can point out an example to me. You know, the most popular question I get is like, are they going to force, you know, a load of SJW propaganda or like, you know, LGBTQ stuff? Like, clearly, like, you know, Batwoman's a lesbian. Like, that's no secret. I mean, people actually do ask that. And this is why I'm doing this Q&A. I mean, a lot of people aren't mega familiar with Batwoman herself or Kate Kane. Obviously, that's like representation, and they're going to like have that on the screen, and I can imagine already the influx of comments coming where, you know, they're like, oh, they're forcing this on us too much when episode 1 comes out or episode 2. You know, it depends, like, because they could shove that in people's faces, but that wouldn't be a great thing to do. But it still remains to be seen. But I know a lot of people draw from the synopsis that says Batwoman revolves around Kate Kane, who, armed with a passion for social justice and a flair for speaking her mind, soars onto the streets of Gotham as Batwoman, an out lesbian, a highly trained street fighter primed to snuff out the failing city's criminal resurgence. So, you know, we're gonna have to wait and see there. I know I kind of went off topic with your question, but like, I don't think they're gonna pretend to make, you know, Batwoman like a better than Batman, like as you said. Next question is from The Flash, the fast reviewer alive, and he asks, who do you think will be the main villain of Batwoman? Well, I actually went over this. This has already been announced quite a while back. That's why I said check out my video if you have missed it the other day on Batwoman. But I will tell you now, like, it's going to be Alice and the Wonderland Gang. Now, in the comics, she is Kate Kane's sister, and that's why, you know, this first season has, you know, a very good potential to be really cool, because it will be like a dark story that is personally connected to Kate Kane, like potentially. I mean, it depends how they do the iteration on screen, but she has thought her sister to be long dead, etc., etc., and then all of a sudden she pops up to be this villain. You know, that sounds like a cool premise. We're just gonna have to see how it works out. So the next question is from Cast Carnine. Sorry, the screen is so far away. Do you think Batman will show up in the series or any other members of the Bat family? So No, I don't think he will. And I've got quite a few questions like this. For example, here's another one from Real Sports Talk with Ridge Wallace, and I will answer these questions at the same time. Do you think if we see any of the Batman in shadow form like Gotham did it, or why Wayne Enterprises is so run down? I think they explain that in Elseworlds. Also, do you think we'll see the origins of how the suit is under Wayne Tower? So yeah, people keep asking, like, and there are even more questions. Maybe they're appearing on the screen right now. Will Batman show up? That honestly totally defeats the point of what they set up with how Batman left. Just in the broad spectrum of like Batwoman's becoming the core protector of Gotham because Batman hasn't been around since Arrow season 4. So that's the timeline of events. Batman's disappeared 3 years ago. So if he came back to the show, like, why wouldn't he protect Gotham City again? Like, there would technically be a Batman show, right? Or how would you not involve Batman in every episode of Batwoman? So the only way they could incorporate Batman is through a flashback, and if they did that, it would be like Supergirl season 1 with regards to how he was blurry, just because, they want to use Batman on the big screen. Superman is not in the big screen at the minute and won't be for quite a while. And Batman, has got Matt Reeves' Batman film coming in 2021, I think, and it's being filmed next year. So yeah, that's kind of why. But yeah, slim to no chance of Batman appearing unless it's very, very vague. And with the other question from Real Sports Talk, also, do you think that we will see the origins of how the suit is under Wayne Tower? Yeah, I mean, I don't get why she wouldn't use the Batcave unless that was the Batcave. It was very, I mean, I guess it will. I don't know. It's kind of hard with what they did because her suit was like in the tree trunk. It's really random. That is subject to change though, since they did get greenlit for like a series, that was just announced. It's been made into a whole season now, so things are subject to change in production. So Ethan Rhea asks, will any Gotham villains come back from Fox and no CW from 10-year time jump, but in CW possibly 20-year time jump, Gotham timeline for the Gothamverse, Arrowverse, and Titansverse? So first of all, I think somebody else asked as well, is this Gotham many years later? No. So this has not got anything to do with Gotham. So there won't be any Gotham villains, or should I say, Gotham TV show villains. So you're not going to see Corey Michael Smith as the Riddler, but it is totally possible that we will see Batman villains in this show. For example, in the Elseworlds crossover, we saw people like Riddler and I can't remember the other names, but in the Arkham cells. So at the minute, I believe that most of the Batman villains, or at least a few of them, are locked up at Arkham. But, that doesn't mean that a few of them won't come out to play over the seasons, or potentially seasons of Batwoman. Akash Chandra asks, you think Batwoman should have been a DC Universe show? If yes, I'm curious to know why. I'd feel like Batwoman, to me, would be better suited in the Titans universe or the DC universe. However, still going to watch it. Keep up the great work, Weber. Well, thank you very much. You know what? I actually think, I don't know if it should have been, but I love the idea of that. I love the world they're kind of building, or let's just say the tone, because the world in the DC or the Titans verse is very debatable. Like, are they all connected? And check out my video from yesterday on that. But yeah, I think Batwoman would really be something potentially. Not that it's not going to be on the CW, but just imagining a Bat-esque family member with a DC Universe show, that would be very, very cool, just because DC Universe are allowed to do a lot more things than like a network like CW would be able to do. So yeah, ultimately I think I'm gonna say I would maybe prefer it to be on DC Universe, but maybe if that was to be a thing, people would be annoyed because they would want a different character maybe. So Oijoim, I think that's how you say your name, asks, since Kate is the CEO of Wayne Enterprises in the show, whereas Lucius Fox, his son, is in the show, so what about him? So we don't know definitively, but all we know is that I think, if I remember correctly from the character breakdown, or like the official character synopsis, or like description, of Luke Fox, he was the Wayne R&D guy for Batman. So I'm guessing that Lucius Fox was, and Batman's been into his, I think that, the CW said that the first ever vigilante of the Arrowverse ever was Batman. So he's the OG guy. So he's been around for quite a few years. For all we know, he could be in his 40s or older. So essentially, you could assume that Lucius Fox has already been serving or has served Bruce Wayne for quite a while. Maybe he passed away and his son Luke Fox took over, and that's why, you know, the character description labeled Luke Fox as, you know, trying to uphold Bruce Wayne or Batman's his boss's legacy and protect Gotham. So Naruto 0076 asked 2 questions. Would you prefer Batwoman to air before or after Crisis? That's a hard question. Just because I think I want it to air mid-season. This is like a thing in general. People are asking, and I'll bring it up, whoever asked the question, I think somebody did, when is this airing? So on that trailer you saw coming soon. Now Black Lightning Season 1 aired mid-season. Now mid-season for the shows is usually January. I think Black Lightning aired January 8th a couple of years ago. Now it could air, obviously in October, around when The Flash and Arrow come back for their new seasons. The Flash Season 6, Arrow Season 8. But obviously we have Crisis on Infinite Earths happening are probably in December time, right? So what we do know about the pilot episode is that it's actually set even before Elseworlds. But obviously we're gonna have to see surely Batwoman in Crisis on Infinite Earths, because why wouldn't any person want to try and stop that? Like if you're just chilling in Wayne Enterprises and watching TV whilst eating some fries, like whilst the Crisis on Infinite Earths is happening, there's no excuse for that. I think it would still be cool to air it mid-season after Crisis on Infinite Earths. That doesn't mean we won't see Batwoman in Crisis. It just means that yeah, we'll still see her, but give it a little bit of time, and then, you know, January introduce Batwoman right as Arrow Season 8 will be coming to a close. So Andy180 asks, hey BobaTalks, love your channel, man. Thank you very much. Keep up the good work. So do you think that during the show, Kate will be trying to figure out where Batman is, and will we get clues along the way? And do you think we will see with Batman or even a Robin down the line? Will we see Kate trying to figure out where Batman is? I would have to say no. We might see a little bit of that in the first episode since it's set in the past. It's before Elseworlds, and I think there might be some flashbacks to her, you know, thinking, oh crap, I'm gonna have to become the Protector because Bruce has disappeared. So I think surely there must be some kind of reference or flashback to Arrow Season 4 in terms of how, not Arrow Season 4 itself, but that's when Batman left around that time in the Arrowverse. But will we actively be getting that throughout the seasons or the first season? No, just because he's already been gone for 3 years, so I assume she's already made her peace wherever or whatever Bruce is doing. So Jake Rossi asks, is the show on TV or Netflix? Like, where can I watch it? So yeah, TV. It's going to be a CW show in the Arrowverse. Batwoman, just like Arrow, The Flash, Legends, and Supergirl, and everything like that, the CW. So I really like this question. Connor Noob Sabot Wayne or whatever asks, will Alfred ever appear, or Robin specifically? Or Tim Drake? And that reminds me, I forgot to answer the Robin question just a second ago because of the double R symbol we saw in the elevator during the crossover event. So yeah, you're referencing to, there was quite a few Easter eggs in the Elseworlds crossover event, like yeah, the double R we saw. So will Alfred appear? That would be really cool. I would love to see that, because where is Alfred? They could play the card that Bruce left after whatever reason. We probably won't find out definitively what that is, but maybe Alfred died, maybe even a year before Bruce decided to hang up the cape. Maybe he died during the time Bruce went away, but I'd be surprised at that because Bruce wouldn't have been there for Alfred's death. So I'm assuming if Alfred isn't alive, I don't see why we wouldn't see him say something about keeping up the mantle of the Bat, you know, or the Protector of Gotham. But other than that, you know, with other references to the Bat family, that's going to be a very interesting thing that I think is on a lot of people's minds. Like, where is Robin? Where's Dick Grayson? Where is Tim Drake? Has that happened in this universe? Because you'd have to think it has, judging by, as you just said yourself, the double R symbol and other things like that referenced in the Elseworlds crossover. He has had a Bat family. So I remember saying a while back, like, why wouldn't we see like other Bat family members on rooftops or like just running into Batwoman? Why didn't they take up the mantle of Batman? I think it's just going to be a really realistic issue of they're probably not allowed to use those characters, or they're not going to for reasons that I'm not going to get into because it's very complicated and I don't even, you know the full ins and outs of that. I don't think anyone does. So you would have to just assume or use comic book logic in the terms of, oh, that person went on to do this. Oh, Dick Grayson's Nightwing and Bloodhaven, and just things like that. And they don't run into them. It would be really cool though if we got like a text message to like Kate Kane's phone from one of the Bat family or something. That would be cool. But it's going to be super interesting to see how they handle things just like this, considering the Batman has been around for the longest time. So last question, guys, is from the Don. Hey Boba, it's my birthday. And you asked this 14 hours ago from when I'm filming this. So sorry I didn't actually get to say happy birthday, but happy birthday. Hope you had a great day, man. I get to ask a question that's been bugging me. Do you think they would tease the Joker? Like, I know he won't be on the show, but at the very least, they could maybe do at the end of the season, maybe just a shot of the back of somebody's head with green hair, and while he's laughing and watching Batwoman on the screen, then he's like, wait, till she gets a load of me. Essentially, no, I really don't think we will get any references to the Joker. If we do, I assume he's locked up in Arkham, just like how they showed a few inmates to be locked up at Arkham in the Elseworlds crossover. I seriously wouldn't expect anything Joker related, just because also as well, Alice, you know, the main villain for Batwoman Season 1, is, you could, I guess, you know, arguably say in one way or another that he's like Batwoman's Joker, if you will. So no, the Joker won't be a thing. And so that is all the questions I chose to pick to answer in this video, guys. Maybe I'll do another Q&A nearer the time of Batwoman, because there are, other than the questions that were asked in today's video, there's not too much to go over. So the ones that I did go over, I hope they offered you some insight into the show. But if you do have any video suggestions on Batwoman that you want me to do or something like that, be sure to let me know them down in the comments below. But if you did enjoy this video, guys, crush that thumbs up button. It really does help. Show your support for Batwoman, show your support for the channel. If you want to stay a bit more up to date with me personally and want to discuss Batwoman with me personally, join my Discord server. Other links are in the description as well, like my social media and other places you can support me, like Patreon and my merch store. But thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you, Bat family, I guess, in the next video. Goodbye.